Mates, Kobega Mohleletu, Snobaba Karabo Masenyadiloana, the MD of Thules Telecoms. Dr. Karabo, thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you.
We got the vibe from your partner. We delved into his personal life and his triumphs as well. And that is very important, good business, because if business goes through personal things and hardships, it must triumph over them. So he personifies that. What are you bringing into a company? And what are you bringing to the table?
Sure. So obviously Utulan explained that he's the brainchild behind everything, and then from a development perspective, I mean, he's taken this product and personified it in terms of now adding features that take it over and beyond just being a smartphone. I mean, he's now building a legacy where he will probably be the first South African to create a smartphone within these borders. But the brand itself, in terms of the technology that he's developed, I mean, we've got cybersecurity, banking sectors, other commercial retail sectors that we can actually delve into in terms of the apps and software. So where I come in is where I take it out there to the mass, you know, where we create the delivery portals, the distribution channels, relationships with business partners over and abroad, South Africa, everywhere. Siyapuma, we're out with this product.
So you got, so ngamanye amagama ngathenga iphone eyenziwe yini.
Yes.
I still got to enjoy listen things enjoy ngamanye amafone.
Look, we enjoy everything and more. You know, there's certain apps there that are exclusive to this phone. Currently, we're also looking at launching new developers onto the market where we say to them, come through with whatever app you have and it will be exclusively on this phone from launch.
So you've got smartphones?
Yes, we've also got tablets on the side.
Tablets?
So our tablet ranges from junior, we've also got something we segment into the high schools, and then we also got the more professional tablet, which is bigger.
But the journey to coming up with the tablets in a smartphone, I'm sure it wasn't an easy one, especially when it comes to young black men like you. We've fallen in love with other people's inventions. You know what I mean?
Sure,
funding, support, even the belief that you can pull it through.
Yeah. Look, I mean, one thing that I've appreciated this journey that Tulane started is that he equipped himself. You know, a lot of the time we take for granted that you need to have the education behind, the understanding behind whatever sector you want to come into. And him with his technical background, I think he did very well in terms of getting himself a proper understanding and actually intuiting what he wanted to do with whatever he did equip himself with.
Guys, you are facing such a mammoth task.
That we are.
Already in the market, kunezinto that have claimed in market, that have been leaders kule sector, you know. And so, and also it stifles up, like Utulan was saying, it stifles up that entrepreneurship spirit, you know. Noting I inventor something, I mean, it's core namos. So I'm mailing is Nina, what that competition? What are you hoping is going to happen when it comes to this problem? From being a slave,
Yeah, so I mean, I think you're quite right about the entrepreneurial journey being what it is in terms of stifling and not really enhancing other people to actually want to take it on. But with me and Tulane, we want to be the pioneers to actually empower abantu with Bafila Nabu, you know what, you know, and the only way we could do that is if we do it properly. And we don't just say we're looking at South Africa or Africa, but the world globally. I mean, you made a very good point by saying that this can help and touch everybody globally, you know. So for us, it's one of those things where we're saying that black child, it's possible, anywhere it's possible, let's do it.
The possibility is there, Karabo, ne? But you and I know, Ogoti, Tinasa Bantabamyama, we still got this problem.
Sure.
Fine, we can mention other people who came up with my invention, whether we're talking about Steve Jobs or whoever, you know, or the founder of World Wide Web. Right. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
We seem to glorify those people. And yet maniza wena no Tulane, you know, Ningnigeza even more, probably at affordable rates than I can ever get ngalabantu enginabo manje.
Sure.
Do you know? But ukuthi support uKarabo noThulane. I'm thinking of inferiority. I'm thinking of yaziwa ubani lento le. How do they know? I'm already sengibeka phansi angisacabanga nokuthi ufunde kangakanani uThulane.
Yes. Yes, yes.
You know, how then do you overcome that mindset, especially to a consumer yomuntu omnyama that has been overwhelmed over the years and conditioned not to believe with a black child it is possible?
Sure. I think, I mean, one of the biggest things that we have actually set and drew a line in the sand about this product is that we're saying that we're going to separate the brand from the people behind the brand.
Okay.
You know, the brand and the products need to speak for themselves. These are products that have been developed over years. No. This has been developed over the years in different countries with different methodologies to get it where it is. Thulani can develop himself as an entrepreneur and a speaker and an empowerment speaker, likewise with Karabo and his Dreameneurship journey. But the product is the product, you know. Whether I made it or someone else made it, the product needs to speak for itself. With our marketing briefs and all of that, it's all about the product.
Yeah.
Everything else is separate from. So we're hoping that people, even as we develop this product, it is developed so that they can intuit it and identify with the product, not necessarily the people behind the business.
All right.
Yeah.
We've heard Thulani on radio. We're having a chat with you right now.
Sure.
So what plans have you made in terms of nisazise ngayo lento at a larger scale in terms of its marketing and distribution?
Yeah. So currently, as we're sitting now in talks with a lot of retail outlets, which we'll be doing marketing in conjunction with them, all leading up to the launch that we'll be doing hopefully in August, if everything goes well. Because you know, I mean, with these things, it shapeshifts on you. You know, one day you think you got it, the next day something better comes up, you're like, you know what, this is the path. You know, so currently right now we will be continuing with the interviews, radio shows and all of that, and then we'll start with our proper investment in terms of the content that we start posting on social media and our websites and the like.
Many of these companies have long identified the influence of popular culture in selling things. I mean, it goes back way into Yama endorsements,
Sure.
you know, and most recently has been Okespa with the phone, you
The
know.
AGs, yeah.
Yes. Nina, are you looking into that in the future?
So what we currently want to do now is develop the phone as a South African brand,
Yes.
right? And a first.
That's a priority.
Yes. So that we're talking to innovation.
Yes.
And once we can identify somebody who themselves says, I identify with this phone and I would like to be the ambassador for this phone, we'll definitely explore that relationship.
Abo lead SA, proudly South African, abantu abafana nalabo, even our government, you know, these should be the people at least ababeka that stamp of approval, you know, endorse such a product, because that's what we are asking from abantu abafana nani as a country, isn't it? We're saying South Africa produced labo bantu senkhona manje, you know. Are you getting love from such organizations?
Well, I'll be very honest with you. I think for us, it's one of those things where we actually want to develop the product, you know. Right now, I feel like we're still in ideation phase where everybody looks at it and says, oh, wow, it looks like a great product. But I feel that from a company direction and perspective, we actually need to prove that our product is worthy of those endorsements and stamps.
Okay, that's fair. Right, we must look at you, but the product is ready.
Absolutely.
There's been advancements in terms of the durability of what I'm using.
Yes.
Phones have come, nama inventings atile, whether it's water resistance, whether it's titanium. Nina nizangani in terms of making sure that I need durability. No man but in sustaining this.
Right, yeah. So in terms of hardware, the biggest concentration we've done on is the look and feel of the product, you know. So obviously you'll have your proper casings, your screen has a bit of an extra layer on it, and then in terms of the inside, which is the software, like I said, one of the biggest innovations that we're coming with is cybersecurity. Yeah. So while you're doing your internet banking and the likes, you can feel secure that you're good.
But what's the difference from the security? I'm very phobia yaleyo environment.
Sure.
You know?
Yeah.
And although people will come and say, Tina, we are cyber secure, I could never. I just do it because it's out in. But what makes it different is your cybersecurity patented to you guys?
It absolutely is. So all of our patents and apps that are on the phone are registered under the company under Thules.com.
Okay.
So, yeah.
Oh, all right. So angeke ngithole my information out there.
Never.
It's
no.
secure.
So I mean, we even back it as one of our founding statements that cybersecurity on these phones is quite high on our list of priorities.
All right. How is that proven though?
So we've got an app. I mean, if you'd like it at a later stage, once the product is out there, we'd like to actually take you through the features itself and where you can actually, once we give you your own verified phone, Nimrod, and then put on your details, go through everything, and we'll actually try and hack into your account using things like phishing and all of those kind of things. And if you like it, we definitely approve of your stamp.
Oh, all right, of course. I mean, I'm for guys like you, really and truly. So you were talking about junior versions. You know, we have tried as a country to go this way, Kuma classroom, and you know, I thought it was. I don't know. I laughed at the idea, first of all, because here you are bringing such things to a community that has been deprived of those things, and then later you are surprised, Masesingabui. you know,
of course, yes. No, absolutely.
You know what I mean? Like, I still on my iPad line, and as long as fucking any tracking device.
None of the tags, nothing. No, absolutely. Yeah. Yes.
In terms of you know what I'm saying? But the initiative, because that's where the world is going. And you know why I asked this, Karabo? It is because akunabantwana abaliterate kakhulu when it comes to such things. Masia emaplazini. Really. Chances are they'll grow up not even knowing, at least for their 20 years of school, angeke bazi ukuthi smartphone yini.
Absolutely.
You know what I'm saying? Are you mustn't dealing a product? This is right. Are you looking ukungena entweni ezifana nalezo?
Look, I mean, one of our biggest things is exposure, you know, and I believe that njengoba abantu bangabuyisa and whatever not, is because they're not understanding that this is a tool that you use and then you pass it on, enabling somebody else to do and use whatever you are using it for, you know. So once you intuit people, I try with Noyazin, I've got a tablet that's a Skolweni and I've got a personal tablet that I do my own things with, you know. But once you make those things exposable and accessible to people, then you do away with that problem. You know, I mean, even the person who's not been exposed because of jurisdiction and where they are, you expose that person as well. And ultimately tomorrow you're creating more clients for yourself. Because now you know that somebody will say, you know what, T-Touch Mobile has got a junior a junior tablet that I can now go to a store and get. And oh, you know what, I think I might also want to use it for my personal usage.
Yes.
And then you intuit the people to say that, you know what, guys, these things are available. This is where we're moving in terms of technology. Let's expose the people and get it out there.
In terms of pricing, are you allowed to talk about pricing?
Well, currently, yes. Look, I mean, with our retail partners, we also have different agreements with them. But in terms of pricing, we're looking at having an entry-level phone that will be coming in just at 99 rands. And then other segmentations would be your at 99 rands. Then we'll be playing in the segment of 14999, 2999, and then our highest phone will be retailing at 6,000 rands.
Wow. Yeah. You know, for the first time, I would feel manyothenga iphone ukuthi yenziwe abantu bakithi. That's the pride, isn't it?
Sure.
Whether you're looking at Korean or you're looking at Japanese, or made in China or made in Pakistan, those people endorse their own people. Absolutely. You know, I'm a firm believer ukuthi there are people that I'm a China out there, just to digress kancane. You know, abadli ujeqe.
Right.
Or a stamp.
Yes.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
I mean, we got brothers that are doing sushi. They've got a restaurant.
Yes.
I'm not talking about the ability to do any into. Do you know what I mean?
100.
But you're not coming with anything, man. We understand that ngaya kitsami or ching whatever nyodla is sushi.
Yes.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Fine, but they've been always deliberate in putting their money kubantu bakhona.
Absolutely.
They're taking over the world right now. Absolutely. Right now in South Africa, sine China. In 20 years. You know, people don't think about that. I mean, developments Israel. People are taking over, but there's no little Soweto in China, dude.
Yes. Absolutely.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I really commend you and your partner. And I cannot wish you anything but the best to this product. I promise you, and I will do it on the show. I will get Mangtenga phone. I will buy your smartphone. Because I truly believe, Ogoti, you guys are destined for greater things, and you put us out there as well as a people. You're saying it is really possible. All right. Baba Karabo,
Yes, sir.
sinithola kuphi nje? I mean guys, mentorship nyana, advice nyana kuma young inventors.
Well, I mean, look, we're currently on social media, so you can either find Thulane Nkosi or Karabo Masenyadiloana on social media. There are different pages that we run as well separately and as the company. And I mean, we're also in talks with government where CETAs are looking at us to provide training and all of that for certain individuals. So obviously these are relationships that we're building, trying to get out there. I mean, it's one of those things where if it's going to be a legacy, you have to start it from scratch and you have to build all the way up and involve as many people as you need to.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Karabo,
Sir.
my gosh, I mean, oh man, I bow down to your chi, my man. Well done, I wish you all the best.
Thank you very much, we really appreciate the support.
For the first time, angeke saqhosha Steve Jobs. Yazi ngizosho nami kumntanami ngithi this was done by a young black company from my community, and I can hold into inventile. You know, when a young man is trying to be stripped of his invention, they please call me by major corporation, and then he wins it. What a better day to live and witness izinto ezenziwa abantu bakithi. We are so proud of Thulane and Karabo for what they have done. For once, can you take your money and give it to them? Please, man. We'd like to thank them for coming to the show. We wish them all the best.